Right everyone, and welcome back to another F1 24 video. Today we're here for the first game experiment on F1 24, and well, it's the only one that you'll be able to do on console because there's no modding involved on this one. It's the Equal Cars performance episode. Yes. Today's episode we're going to drive as Lance Stroll. Of course, we're going to be back at the Austrian Grand Prix, as we have been throughout this series, where we've done it on previous games, to have that comparison. We're also, unlike in previous years, going to be definitely be starting in last place. So let's head to the Red Bull Ring. And of course, I have done qualifying, unlike in previous years. So yes, I've qualified as Lance Stroll at the back. But let me hand over to Alex Jake, who's going to give you the grid rundown.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. World champion Max Verstappen starts from pole position, and Fernando Alonso completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Gasly, Zhou, Ricciardo, Norris, Hamilton, Tsunoda, Sainz, Bottas, Hülkenberg, Oscar Piastri, Perez, Leclerc, Russell, Magnussen, Albon, Ocon, Sargent, and Lance Stroll brings the grid to a close. And now it's time to head down to the track.
Bit of a mixed up grid there with the likes of Gasly, Zhou and Ricciardo, a lot higher than they would normally be, but yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Maybe the likes of Norris, I'd expect Norris, Albon to be on Max Verstappen's level. Race strategies are one stop from hard to medium. So, 5 lights for the Austrian Grand Prix with equal car performance, and away we go. It's a poor start for the Williams of Logan Sargent, and he's relegated to his customary position of last place. That's why we'll have a look around the outside of the Alpine of Esteban Ocon, who's qualified a lot further down than his teammate. Obviously, rumours that he was going to get chucked out, as well as we dart down the inside though at turn 3 of both Ocon and Albon, but we're only going to get Ocon because the AI have unreal traction at any slow speed corner in this game, which is what especially here at Austria, as Alonso has a very poor start. They're going side by side with turn 1 with Sir Lewis Hamilton. Can he keep the position? Yes, he can. He out tractions the Mercedes. But up at the front, I mean, it's business as usual for P1, and then it's Gasly followed by Ricciardo. I mean, both these cars will be having a nosebleed being this far up as well. So we're going to absolutely send it on K-Mag as well, getting in front of Perez and Albon. Perez having an absolute stinker down at the back where he qualified at Monaco as well, which his race of course ended there. Round the leaving Perez a bit of space, and it's just yeah, but Perez of course is trying to come back at us now. DRS enabled at the end of lap 1 these days, and well, for Perez, he had a lock-up at turn 1 as well, and that's going to put him back to the last position. Meanwhile, further up the road, Yuki Tsunoda, who's been his rating needs to be improved. He's just been overtaken by Nico Hülkenberg in the Haas car as well. Back behind us, and they're all squabbling. And Albon is locked up. Ocon tries to cut to the inside and can't get the traction down as well. But Ocon does eventually get the traction down, and then Albon decides to take some revenge for what Ocon tried to do to Gasly in Monaco in real life. Obviously, it's not like that. In this particular case, Albon locks up. And he goes into Ocon, and then he takes his teammate's front wing out. So it's Albon's fault. And oh my goodness, the lockups are terrible. That's Carlos Sainz going off as well. So the AI are really locking up here, much more than they normally do, as we catch up to Kevin Magnussen. But again, the traction out of turn 3 is absolute joke. You're never able to catch them out of the slow speed corner there. I switched to hot lap mode just to try and do hot lap and overtake. seems to be an okay combination. I definitely think I'll be keeping to that in my career mode races. That was, I suppose, normal as we dart down the outside of Kevin Magnussen. Can we get to George Russell? No, I cannot. I'm about to slip behind Russell, but we can. At least I can get past Kevin Magnussen. You know, Magnussen went to the inside, and that just was a comfortable move around the outside then of K-Mag. Now we're trying to get past George Russell in the Mercedes, who hasn't had a great qualifying. Around the outside, we squeeze him as well. There's contact. He didn't want to give up, and just look at that. You know, he's still. I'm having to use a lot of overtake, and you know, look at that. That's disgusting traction that he had. We squeeze him to the inside and keep the position at turn 4 as well. Now, as everyone makes their pit stops, Verstappen has been held up through traffic, and Gasly has overcut him. So Pierre Gasly is your effective race leader, and that is Valtteri Bottas in the Sauber. Disgusting car, and it's out of the race, so we don't have to see it anymore. As well, Gasly goes past now DRS. Verstappen 2.7 behind, but we know how quick Verstappen is. He's the best rated driver in the game. Surely he will be coming for Gasly towards the end of this race as well. We're going to come into the pits, and tyre on the hards, well, wasn't too bad. Front right 19%. So yeah, we could have done the whole race. This is only a 25% race, but you know, we probably could have done the whole race on hards as well. But I feel like that on this year's game, that for the lower percentage of races, like 25-35, that they've scaled the tyre wear up to make it worse. So the tyre wear is worse at a 25 and 35% levels than it was before. So just be careful about that. We're going to try and get past K-Mag instantly. Well, I was hoping to go after the 2 Ferraris, but yeah, that's not going to happen. Well, now someone else who's not having a great time of it is Sir Lewis Hamilton. He's just been overtaken by Lando Norris as well. He's going to try and come back at Norris, but Norris has stolen DRS. So Hamilton, although DRS isn't as powerful as it was on F123, Hamilton is still coming under fire from both Zhou and Alonso. Now all 3 of them have got DRS. They're both going 3 wide. I think Hamilton had to lift off slightly because of the yellow flags for Bottas. Hamilton's lost out to Alonso, and now he's going to lose out under traction towards turn 5. Zhou has the inside line, and he just runs Hamilton out of room, and Hamilton sticks behind Zhou for now as well as we move further up then. Alonso now having a go. This is for P3, by the way. Gasly and Verstappen having run away. So yes, but Alonso will get the position there as Piastri is coming under threat from Hulkenberg. Hulkenberg unable to get past the Australian there, and he'll have to sit behind for now, practically pushing Piastri through that corner there. As well, we're coming under increasing threat from Kevin Magnussen, and we're going to have to try and hold him off here if we want to try and finish. Well, it's not for points, you know. I've still not finished in the top 10. I know I've only done that one career mode race at Bahrain here. You know, I'm hoping we can get points in the second episode at Sat Jeddah tomorrow, but that is wishful thinking really. As well as now we're coming under threat from Magnussen again, this time towards turn 5. Again, the AI is so dangerous with that slow speed traction out slow speed corners. I'm expecting Miami to be exceptionally dreadful. You know, I kind of think that it's like F122's traction. Yeah, I know. Ocon's been swapped for Magnussen there as well. Ocon there taking a bit more curve. He probably should have been able to take there. And the AI learned that as well. We are able to defend, and now Magnussen's going to have a go. We're not going to allow Magnussen to overtake us, and Magnussen gets a bit too greedy, and Ocon repasses him as well. Up at the front though, Verstappen, is he going to be beaten? Gasly side by side through turn 3, and Gasly has the better traction out of turn 3 and the DRS down to turn 4. Pierre Gasly is your race leader, ladies and gentlemen, and Gasly will win the race. Well, I did not expect that, as well. I think he was helped out by Alonso on a poor start. The DRS definitely not being as powerful on this year's game. But for us, I finished P13 as well. Alonso did get the podium in the end, 7-9. 8-5 for me. Maybe we need to even lower the AI even further. I lowered it to they were on 90 for this race, and still not great. But yes, that is where I'm going to leave it for today's game experiment. If you enjoyed, leave a like. Subscribe to the channel and you see plenty more F1 game experiments, another F1 24 gameplay as when it comes out. Let me know how you've got on in the comments below in this game experiment as well. Until the next video then, I'll see you next time. Take care. Thanks so much for watching. Enjoy your day and goodbye.